also getting late. Okay, let's go. It's a beautiful day. बहुत अच्छा दिन है, बहुत सुंदर दिन है आज का. तो यार आज एक नया ब्लॉग बनने जा रहा है उनके लिए जो बैचलर स्टूडेंट्स हैं. तो अगर आप बैचलर स्टूडेंट हो और आप यहाँ आना चाह रहे हो फंडेड मास्टर्स में, तो प्लीज़ ये ब्लॉग पूरा देखें और शेयर करो, सब्सक्राइब करो यार, लाइक करो यार, कर नहीं रहे हो आप लोग. शेयर दिस वीडियो टू द स्टूडेंट्स जो फंडेड अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ ग्रैब करना चाह रहे हैं. देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेटिव इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट हाउ यू कुड गेट एडमिशन हेयर. आज हम मिलेंगे मास्टर स्टूडेंट से हु एक्चुअली गॉट एडमिटेड हेयर एट डलहौजी यूनिवर्सिटी इन थीसिस बेस्ड मास्टर्स. सो उससे पूछेंगे भाई क्या प्रोसेस था, हाउ ही ग्रैब्ड दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी, वाज इट इजी, हार्ड, और सभी क्वेश्चंस लाइक व्हाट वाज द प्रोसेस, व्हाट वाज हिज एक्सपीरियंस. कि ये बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव होने वाला है. टुडे वी हैव आयुष एंड रवि. वेलकम आयुष, वेलकम रवि टू माय चैनल. These guys are thesis-based master student, so they came all the way from. He's from India and he's from Nepal. So we'll discuss how these guys got these like thesis-based master opportunity that I was talking about. Okay, first thing, Ayush, I want to ask you, can you tell me your background, what you have done in your Nepal or in Asian country?
I did my undergraduate from India's National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. I Bachelor of Technology in Computer Engineering from there. After that, I worked in industry for 3 years as a software developer, and then now I'm pursuing my master's here at Dalhousie.
Great.
I completed my bachelor's in Bangalore, in Karnataka, and then I worked in industry for about 4 years, and then I'm here.
So many congratulations, guys. First, you got this opportunity. I think it's I don't know, like it's easy or hard, but you know very well. So that's why we are. How hard was it to get a funded opportunity in Canada?
So for me, it was quite a tough journey. It has been quite a tough journey, given that it took me nearly 2 years of effort when it comes to getting a funded position here at Dalhousie. I started when I was in the second year of industry, working as a software developer, where at the back of my mind I had this idea that I would be pursuing masters in Canada, but I didn't know how. However, I started my journey in the second year of my industry, and then at the beginning I didn't know anything about it, but slowly and gradually I got to know what's the actual approach and what's the actual process of her.
Okay. So you mean to say like the process, it was hard, it was tough for you to get into the thesis-based master's program. Okay. What about you, Ravi?
Yeah, so my when I applied maybe the start of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually supposed to come in September 2021, but I had to defer one term because of the visa process. It was peak COVID time.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were some delays, and except that I also had applied to some other universities, but I unfortunately did not get any replies from them. And this was the university that I got reply.
So it was tough.
It was, yes.
Okay.
It was tough and time consuming.
Okay. Right. As you said, it was tough. So how many interviews have you gone through, like getting this opportunity at Dal?
So before I got any opportunity at Dal, so I applied almost to, in my first year of trying to get into university, I tried around 7 different universities, one Georgia Tech in USA, and rest of them all in Canada, 6 of them in Canada. So in the first attempt, I was only given the acceptance from Dalhousie.
Okay.
I got acceptance from 2 German universities, and then I had the decision to make to pursue my graduate study either in Canada at Dalhousie or the other universities at Germany. So then I chose Dalhousie.
What was the waiting time for you?
Yeah. So the whole process, if you exclude the IELTS, because GRE is not applicable for Canada. So if I say I did all the process, application, statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, so it took around 6 to 7 months just to get to the process to the point you get some conclusion. So it takes around 6 to 7 months.
So you mean to say like you started thinking of applying before 6 months, and after 6 months you got the opportunity?
No, it's not. It was not like that.
Okay.
So I started. So I had been thinking about it since a very long time.
Yeah. My question is when was your first application, and then your the application itself?
So there's a lot of process that goes into before even applying to the first application.
Okay.
You have to like research different universities, the faculty presence there, the courses, the research that is being carried out in different labs of that university. It'll take around 1 year.
So it took you 1 year.
It takes
Okay, so-
approximately it takes 1 year.
Okay. What about you, Ravi?
Approximately around 8 months to 1 year.
So you have
So
you,
since start
okay.
to
So you-
till I got my acceptance.
it takes you 1 year to get
It
the
takes 1
opportunity.
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And how much you guys paid for your fees for your masters? Fees of your masters, and how much scholarship are you getting, and how much? What is the financial?
So for me, the combined 2 years tuition fee is around 32,500 Canadian dollars, and I'm getting equivalent amount of funding. So from
So your-
tuition
Your
point of
study
view-
was fully funded. Your
Yeah.
study is fully funded.
yeah, in terms of tuition, yes.
Okay. Is it the same case for you as well?
No, it was a little different. I had to pay the university fee is the same for 2 years, but I had to pay GIC while coming. So that is optional. Maybe people who are from India and a few other places. So in that process, we have to pay around $1,000 upfront during the visa application. So that's called SDS, Student Direct Stream. So the only advantage of that is the visa process will be faster, but mine wasn't. It still took 3 months because it was school time.
Okay. Are you sure you haven't paid the dues?
So because I'm from Nepal, I hold a passport of Nepal. So for me, SDS is not applicable. So I applied through non-SDS, and in non-SDS there is nothing such as GIC.
Okay. So how did you get in touch with your professor, and was it easy or hard?
So, well, it takes a lot of research that you need to do before approaching a professor. So, if I have to break it down, so first of all, you have a research interest in mind that you want to pursue, and you have the necessary credentials and background in order to support that you are interested in this XYZ research interest. See the universities that have criteria, that have enough criteria for you to get enrolled. For example, if the GPA matches or not,
Yeah.
or the different requirements that there. Then you go through the faculty and see the professors who have similar research interest to yours. Once you have an idea that the lab works in such a way that it has similar research interest as yours, then it's better to approach that professor.
How do you frame the email to your prof? When did you first time send the email?
Yeah, so the general.
What do you think? Like, what should
Yeah.
what should you include in the email?
So the tips that I would give is to make it very succinct and concise. The email, don't make it, a story out of it. 3 paragraphs would be enough. First paragraph, just introduce yourself and give a little bit of background about your experience and your past academic institutions and experience. Then point out what specific research interest is aligned with yours and give an anecdote to that. Then point out a particular publication or a paper, and then highlight what you found interesting in that publication. Then conclude with a paragraph saying that you are interested in your lab and interested in your work and would like to have a conversation. And another tip I would give is always focus on a particular professor. Like if there are 3 professors in a lab who have similar research interests, don't send all of them the same email, just changing their name. You have to personalize it, you have to customize it. Send them emails on a Monday morning in their time zone around 9 to 10 a.m. so that it would be on the top of their inbox and they would easily see it. Plus, make the title very eye-catching. Don't make it generic. And if you have academic email address, then use that instead of a generic Gmail one.
So you mean to say that first of all, be honest with your email.
Yes.
Write whatever your background is, but don't put like every information in the same email. And just try to focus on professor's publications, like what publication he has. You have to explain your point of interest. It has to be matched with the professor, right? Don't put like all of your information, your academic transcript, your certifications and certificates, and not put over there, right? What about you, Ravi? How did you approach to your prof? How did you frame your email?
So first I got to know that my interest lies in HCI, human computer interaction. Then I went through the cluster, like which faculty is working on what, and I went through the labs. And I, in the website, they also mentioned that if they have funded opportunities available, or if they're looking for students, or if they're looking for masters or PhDs. Yeah, so that time I did not have this knack of reading academic papers. So I approached the professors with my research interest, like what I'm vaguely interested in. I wasn't specific enough, but then after 2 and 4 emails, I got to know what the actual process is. Like reading papers is very, very important, or at least reading some of their work, the professors that you are going to work with or you are interested in. And one advice I would give is like people who want to join masters and who have done bachelors maybe in India, I can talk about India, they might not have any research background. If they work in industry or if they're directly out of bachelors, they might not have any research background. So learning how to read a paper is very important before applying for thesis-based program, masters or PhD.
And before getting this opportunity, thesis with master, do you have any publications?
I did not have any publications. I mean, like no research experience per se, but my undergraduate final project, the major project that we say.
Okay. What about you? Did you have any research?
No, I did not have any research experience in my bachelor's. During the last semester, there was a project, so that's all the research experience that I have. So in that project, it was just like a normal project without any user studies.
So that means if someone doesn't have any publication, he still can apply. He still can go through the same process.
But it depends how you present yourself to the professor, what interests you, and like how you are able to convince.
Be clear that you want to do thesis-based masters or thesis-based graduate course.
Yeah.
And if you're clear on that, just dig into whatever interests you. Like we are into HCA right now, and then look out for the professors, what labs they're working on, and if they are looking for students, masters or PhDs or bachelors, and then read their work, read their publications, and then see if your interest aligns with the professor, and just be concise in the email and in the CV. Include all the experiences from bachelors, from the industry, or whatever experiences you have. So the email should be short enough so that the professor will agree to have an interview with you. It should be like that, not very lengthy. I mean, they do not require the whole story, just concise parts, and then that's it.
Yeah, so basically the overall thing I would like to summarize is your email should be very concise, very appropriate, and you should know the domain, you should know the interest of the prof, and you just need to match your point of interest with the professor's point of interest, and this is the only if you get interview call, right? And then once you get an interview call, then you have the whole hour just to expose yourself, just to share whatever you have done, your projects and everything. This is the time you want. So before that, just don't make your applications very lengthy, don't make your email very lengthy, be very concise and very appropriate, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much guys. Thank you Ayush.
Thanks
Thank you
for
Ravi.
having us.
Thanks for your time. All right.